Zone, CCA, young men, well, old men now, whatever y'all want to call it now. All right, now, how everybody doing?
Oh, well, we're
blessed and highly favored. All right. All right, we're going to go from right to left, names, whatever name y'all want to go by. So we're going to start with my man right here, right to left, my man.
C-Mac,
Bill. All right.
Patton.
Okay. Rock. All right. G. All right. Okay, this is what we got. We'll call it here CCA. Am I correct?
Indeed.
All right, so now, fellas, we got to know one question. Want to get this started, want to know what's the origin? How did the CCA start? We'll start with you, C-Mac, because I remember, I can go way back to Miss Moorhead class. You started out rapping. I remember your first time you got on the stage with Leonard Denson doing the talent show. Okay. So that's how far we go back. Exactly. So how did the origin of the whole CCA thing start?
I mean, back then it was we just was rapping, man. It was Pistol Pack and Psycho.
Triple P.
That's what it was.
Okay.
So, Concord, that's the hood, man. CCP, Village of Villains, you feel me? CCA just threw the affiliating in it because it was a lot of people that messed with us. So, the CCA, once we matured and, took it to a whole nother level, people want to be down, they affiliated with us, they fuck with us. So, that's where the CCA came from.
Okay.
Concord the hood, so we just want to keep it real. We ain't want to make shit up, you feel me?
Right, so it's like, all right, we got a group out. Concord, that's our neighborhood. Yeah. We want to do something just to let the world know who we are.
Yeah.
Okay, so CCA starts.
That's what that did.
And man, like I gotta say, y'all took the Midwest by storm. It was like, wow, like as soon as y'all came out, it was just like, okay. First project that I heard was the Gatekeepers. That was the first project that I heard. Was that the very first project they had though?
No, it wasn't. No. Like as far as the city, but we was already doing tapes, me and C-Mac.
Right.
I brought him back, he came back from Texas and shit, started doing his music. So that's when we was Triple P.
Okay.
So we did a couple of demos and shit, shit like Live and Die GI, Pistol Pack and Psycho, Another Day, Another Death.
True to the
Heart. Man, what else was it?
Date with the Devil, baby.
Date with the Devil, Pray for Me, Hell on Earth was stuff that he tattooed that some was got and everything. So that's how that went. But once I found out that Mike Check was doing music, putting together a CD,
right.
I told C-Mac, we gonna get on this. Now we had songs already. I said, let's put the Village on that. He's like, nah, we gonna do something different because E-Cheesy coming in.
Okay.
So he came to me, he's like, we gonna change the name. I said, what's it gonna be? He said, CCA, Concord Affiliated. Now, that's what it is. That's when we ended up going to the studio, and have our own beat. C-Mac came up with the bass line and went from there.
Okay. Now, I gotta say, I grew up I'm originally from Concord. My man Blue Rock, like I said, had to jumping over oven desks and all types of shit. But I moved to another area, Idaho. Now, B.O. We all was in school together, we all was in school together, we all did our things. We all was pretty cool though, but Concord and Idaho still had their little thing.
Yeah.
So now we hear Gatekeepers, and I'm telling you, from the beginning it was like nobody wanted to play this song. Nobody from Idaho wanted to play this song. I mean, it was like, God damn, this banging, but that's Concord. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So everybody kind of like played it till they sell it. So now it's like, okay, y'all heard that new Concord song. Yeah, nobody wants to say that motherfucking bang. Everybody's like, it's alright. But it was banging. We got it probably the motherfuckers was banging. Next thing you know, what was the next project for y'all?
After that, we went over the Creator's Way. What Twisted Blue was saying that Toxic, and shit, we gonna ride that momentum and drop an album. You feel me?
We all gotta die.
We all gotta die.
Yeah,
That's the EP song, the EP.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
EP.
That was leading to the album though. So
Okay, now y'all gotta die. Man, look at it. That was like,
See it joint.
man, it was so like, man, that was so before its time that we couldn't even help it. It was just like, fuck it, man, go and bump that Concord, man. You gotta bump that Concord, man. You gotta. So now it's like, okay, Concord out there. I'm like, all right, man. These boys doing their thing. Everything's going. You know what I'm saying? I'm seeing everybody. Blue Rock Fire Mistake, I think you was the first one I seen with a CCA chain.
Right, good.
Out, man. I was like, damn. I got these motherfuckers got everything. They got the hey. So now everything going. I mean, everything going smooth, man. I'm seeing y'all just flourishing. Everybody just doing their thing. I mean, like I said, y'all music is just great. So now it's like all the accolades are starting to come. So what did y'all feel when y'all dropped that We All Gotta Die? What did you feel y'all was at right there? Did y'all feel like, okay, we ready for Main Street right now?
yeah, absolutely with that. I mean, because that's one of them songs where, I mean, even if you didn't rock with it, you done lost somebody, so it's like, man, you know, you can vibe to it. You feel me?
See, well, a lot of people fail to realize, even though we rapping Concord, we rap for the whole city anyway. This is Gary. This is where we all come up. I don't care what neighborhood you on or whatever, who might not like it, but they couldn't help it. We rapping Gary, Indiana.
Sure.
The murder cap. So that's what it was. We CCA, Concord affiliated. Whatever you affiliated, what's going on in the streets, the hustle. I don't care what you doing. You stripping, you affiliated. You out here making money, you affiliated. I don't care if you selling oil, you affiliated, you out here hustling. That was us.
Now, with that being said, you said y'all affiliated. Y'all brought a lot of people. Like y'all had No Limit on there. You know what I'm saying? I was actually through y'all was the first time I ever heard the Grab family. So it was like, yeah, y'all was just bringing the whole city together. You know, and if I'm mistaken, y'all even did some on MCGs, right?
Yep.
Rick G. I mean, it was just like, y'all was just, everything was just jail. I mean, everything seemed like it was just going perfect. Alright, now my question, where did it all start going wrong? If you had to pinpoint a certainty, when did everything start going wrong?
One did not start going wrong until people came in. You know, music was going good.
Right?
Remember the 2000 Strictly for the Streets hit the billboards, top 100. We looking at it to get deals, but then people came in.
That's when it went wrong.
That's when the shit went wrong. I'm talking about as far as music, but that's when it went wrong. When the people started coming in, allegedly saying this, trying to pick people up.
When the feds came.
Right.
That's when it went wrong.
Okay, so now we got the feds in Gary, and at that point in time, they was running roughshod.
Yeah.
They were trying to pick up and tear down every fucking neighborhood you possibly could.
It was.
And I mean, they were doing it. I mean, they went hood by hood by hood by hood by hood, and they were tearing everything down. I mean, it was like a fucking sandstorm, and it was like y'all was the bullseye. Y'all was the prize. CCA was the prize. It was like, okay, there's no way that these guys are doing it like this. This is what the streets is saying. Well, as far as the feds, I mean, everybody heard them. Ain't no way in hell these boys is doing this. They not doing this. There's no way. So, with that being said, y'all kept y'all head down and y'all kept focused on it. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Kept going. Kept trying to get out. You know, trying to break. Did y'all have any type of deals on the table at the time?
I mean, it was deals thrown out there, but I mean, we was doing so good on our own. I mean, it wasn't enough to sign on the dotted line. Feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we're gonna keep this train going and see what we can do on our own. You feel me?
Okay. So now, let me ask you something. Looking back at it, I mean, here's a question that I'm throwing at you because this is what was being said, quote unquote. You know, maybe if they decide to deal, wouldn't none of this ever happen. Y'all feel that way?
No. They went all the way back to 94, from just 2000. They talking about some shit from 94,
Really?
95. So they was trying, no matter what, we'd be in jail.
Yeah. I don't think the deal gonna stop the fear.
They're gonna make them hungry. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, because, you know, it was just like that was the whole thing. Like, okay, well, these guys, they're I mean, when the rumor train started, it was, oh my God. They did this, they did that. And I want to say they, at the head of it, you know, and I see that y'all collectively as a team, but at the head of it was the Suggs brothers. That's all you heard. Bob and Shante. B.O.P. Long. They doing it, them Suggs brothers. I mean, how did y'all feel knowing that y'all had like damn near every state trooper, policeman, veteran, whatever you want to call them, just gunning for y'all too.
Well, listen, I'm gonna start like this, man. The way the feds did that, it was a bunch of bullshit.
Okay.
What they did was, throughout the 90s, if any of us got arrested for anything, running the stop sign, a ticket, they went back and went to the police station, took all our records, and saw every police that might have stopped either one of us, and they put them on the witness list. Ain't got to do with no drugs. None of that. Just if you got stopped, because they didn't have nothing on us. So they had like about 80, 90 some police officers. They had like, you know, my lawyer like, you know, all the time, I don't know about all this. I got stopped for maybe a child restraining seat or something like that, but we never got stopped for none of that shit. But they used that, but once it came to trial, they started exiting all of them out. They started taking them all out because they know some bullshit. So, you know, but as far as everything else, ain't none of them testifiers besides the feds.
Okay, so like, one by one, it seemed like they started trying to pick y'all off. So, who was the first one that they went after?
Well,
Chuck was the first one to get picked up.
yeah.
Okay,
Picked up first.
What, I mean, if I can ask, what was your charge?
In the beginning, I think it was, I just had a criminal complaint for distribution. That's what I had at first.
He had criminal complaint first. I remember when they got me the next day because everybody was saying something about Chuck was down at Nap. They got him, and my mind said, what the hell are you doing down there? Doing something, you know, the feds got him. That's some bullshit. He said they lying about some shit from the past. Like from the past. Wait a minute, man. It ain't from the past. We gonna have to wait and see what's going on. But the very next day, they hit me. Took me in and shit like that. You know, they bust down the bureau house and took me on in. I had a criminal complaint. So we wasn't even on no conspiracy. He criminal complaint, I'm a criminal complaint. They gave him bond, but they didn't give me bond at the time. You know, because he was in there first. So when they got time for me to get ready to bond, they had already superseded us with another indictment. And they went to kick him back up. How many days was that? About 2 months.
About 2 months.
About 2 months they wouldn't pick him back up. But now we got a conspiracy charge. He just got out on bond, you know, they ain't gonna get him, but I'm still in there. That's what after that. Now mind you, I'm back and forth to court. B.O. coming to court every time I got court, sitting up in there, listening to my charge, what's going on. They knew this is Bobby Slug, they knew he's in there, but they ain't said nothing to him. It was all bullshit. I'm gonna just continue to say bullshit. I went to court for over like 6-7 months, he was there. Then all of a sudden, after that, let me go see what's up with, you know, I guess they want to follow him, you know, whatever. But my understanding with my brother was, they went to follow him, he pulled over for him, and they took off.
Wow.
And he can tell you from there what happened from there. They was following me, I pulled over, they told me to keep going. So I kept going, all on was calling the state troopers on me.
Wow.
I guess the raid. So I gone about my day doing what I gotta do, and I got a phone call from my family talking about they kicking in doors. Now I left. That's when I took off.
Okay.
And they had me for a complaint. It wasn't drugs, it was 8 homicides.
8 homicides?
That was bullshit.
So they actually had you down and said that you, wow, 8 homicides.
I ordered it, did it, or took part.
So they pretty much was just trying to just build up a RICO.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, boo, I remember the newspaper article. They were saying that you were supposed to be like the cameraman or something for laid back records or something.
Yeah, I took photos.
Yeah, but they had a list. I remember because like I said, then you go way back, and I remember they had your picture in the paper. They just had a list like, I'm like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah.
I mean, did you even know that they was even?
A lot of that shit was fake, man. I don't know how they did it, but a lot of shit they did to us was some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Food games wasn't what it was. A lot of shit ain't come up with trial. You seen shit, you didn't see shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shit come from motherfuckers just running their mouth, saying shit that they don't want to talk. That's where a lot of shit come from. You truthful with you. A lot of motherfuckers spoke about shit that motherfuckers don't know, and we know that they said shit too. You know what I'm saying?
See,
It's a lot of
but
that.
say with you.
Absolutely. You see, what I realized, in my experience is that the feds, that they favorite charge is probably the conspiracy charge. And that's because with a conspiracy charge, you don't have to prove anything. It's just by a preponderance of the evidence, meaning more likely than not, you did it. So this is why they charge with conspiracy. Because now we don't really have to have any physical evidence. You know what I'm saying? We just put somebody on the stand and they just say you did something.
I mean, because the way that it was seemed like it was played, like it was a lot of dirty pool against shots. I mean, like kidnapping and the charges. I mean, like what was going on with that?
Listen, man, when that shit went, man, I mean, it's just like my sister-in-law got kidnapped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if we supposed to be the worst neighborhood in the city, how the hell you gonna kidnap her in my neighborhood down the street from my mama's house? They pulled her over. She don't stop for nobody. But allegedly my mama came down, saw, she went to go down there, whoever the car they put in, the car took off, and she was trying to chase them, they took off. But to my understanding, it was another police officer. So they held for 8 hours or 10 hours or whatever, make it seem like somebody wanted something. Broad daylight, down the street from my mama's house, she get pulled over. I'm not going to have my brother not going to have this shit. My mom, she called my mom saying the police pulled her over. My mom come outside, walk to my brother, you see the police officer in the other my car, put her in the car, she jumped in the car, to go see what's going on. The car say something. So my mom can't drive, but she trying to, they just disappeared. They called us, I come from the east side, CBO, he said, man, they just kidnapped Keisha. I'm like, dude, you don't know, I don't know. So we say, oh, I take all time. You don't know what the fuck you do. So we like, stop following me, show them what's going on. And long story short, they started making phone calls and everything. Police came to my mama's house, talked to my brother. A little distraught and everything. I told him, I said, well, hey, since this happened in the neighborhood, if this is what we finna go down for, and that is what's gonna happen. And we let them come out here and do nothing like that. So we went from there. We get a phone call. They said some allegedly kidnappers want some money or whatever on the east side, whatever highway it is. We ride out there, we flying. Come straight, find out what we like out there. Feds have to pop up out there. All now, mind you, ain't no feds gonna be involved unless something happens. Within 24 hours, like kidnapping 24 hours. They come out here about 4, 5, 6 hours, they just came out of the
Were they there for the regular police?
Yeah, they were regular police. Cause a couple police said, so you gonna see what's going on, and one guy, Jamie, he came, said, I'm here to assist y'all, they let me get help. I'm like, why they gonna say, well, this help? He's a police officer, he had everything, he ready. When he used to, they used to get parties, be security for whatever, no, we don't need your help. I'm already like, what's going on?
Did you remember, and you go there and talk to the supposedly kidnapper?
Yeah, and
You told me you read that?
yeah, well, that's great. Now we riding around, these are supposed to be kidnapped. This motherfucker on the phone talking to me. I'm like, bro, I recognize this voice. I said, hey, I know this voice.
Yeah.
You know, this is what it is. I know this nigga here.
His name was PR.
PR, you know.
Yeah.
You know, using whatever he got to trouble feds, they started using this dude. Matter of fact,
No, he didn't get in trouble. He was an actual police officer. He was an agent.
oh,
You know what I'm saying? Because my father, you know what I'm saying, had told me that one of her cop friends said he had been to the camp.
okay. So they got this guy. Now he, matter of fact, we go back a little bit. He comes to the gym while I'm in. Yeah, so this was after the kidnap. I'm just gonna jump a little bit. And he, you know, I know how to do talk, and I'm telling him, I know this dude. I know his voice. You know, everything. So we go on a so-called 8-hour kidnapping spree, like an 8-hour shift and everything. You know, they got me sitting with one of the officers. They took me to Dunkin' Donuts. So we out there on the stakeout. You know, I got the best and everything like that. So I'm telling them, let me call them, check what's going on. They're like, no, we don't need to call. I said, okay, cool. So we sitting in the car, man, for hours. I said, listen, man, I ain't got time to wait on nothing to make a phone call. I got out the car, called. My mom said, she here. I went back to the car. She there. They come from, who there? I said, Keisha's at home. We need to go. So the police gonna say, well, hey, the bad agent gonna say, well, wait a minute. You go check out. I'm sitting here and interview subs. So I'm like, hey, okay, what you want to interview me about? That's what he said. What did you first notice? I said, I ain't noticed nothing. A call came in and said she was kidnapped, and we trying to figure out what's going on. That's how that happened. But to make a long story short, I'm riding around 8 hours with these officers, feds. He riding around 8 hours with the others. I got mad and told him I ain't got time to do all this shit. I threw my brother when he get like 300-400 CDs out the window. So I'm gonna go to shots with them things money. I threw it out the window. That's when they started getting a radio call from. Okay, we see the work strong out the window, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up like I'm the kidnapper. That way sitting in the car, I'm listening to this shit on the radio. Bob, what you hear?
Oh, he was talking about they kidnapped. They're picking up the money. They're picking up the money now. The CDs.
Yeah, CDs. So they made it seem like it's the kid money to the nigga kid. Wait a minute, no, they messed up. So they picked up the CDs, whatever. And like I was still rolling, I guess at that time I was still letting you ride around and on stage out. And you must took Bob to the house when she got out.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting out there, not knowing what's going on. But after that, you know, they tell you want to talk to you about what's going on, why is this, why is that, why is this.
Yeah. The crazy thing about that situation was the fact that she got kidnapped, and then 8 hours later, exactly 8 hours later,
A shift.
she was released.
A shift. A whole 8 hours.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly 8 hours.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I sat there, see, for one, they thought I was Bob. Because at the time, the show, I'm like, so they talk to me. I don't know what they talk. So I'm like, man, this ain't what it is. You ask me, why did they kidnap? This is about us, man. I was doing this music, they think you got money. So that's probably what it is.
Right.
This black, also this black cop, trying to he can talk to me and tell me this shit, you know. Another agent goes to a head agent, his name was Raw. Well, this ain't really about me. This is brother Sean Tate. He like, yeah, okay. And he wanted to do what I'm talking. He like, he didn't care. Like, okay, yeah, that's what it is. So I'm talking to him before they let out. I'm talking to him on the phone. They're like, he should go on the phone. She calling me, told me they pouring gasoline on me, they gonna burn me up. They say, hey, man, they gonna burn up. What y'all gonna do? We trying to fat out. They gonna burn up. So I'm like, man, I don't know what's going on. They talking about shit. The agent that gave me the phone is the agent years later that took us down. Bradley Woodball. I said, the one that took us down later on. Why did you say that we go so long in 99 and shit? Why did you say that?
Right.
But years later, 2001, that's when he took it down. He was the head agent on the case, so I guess he figured, I'm gonna take on the case.
So he was just trying to build a case.
Trying to build something. They thought they were gonna come up with some money, because they went to my brother's house, and why y'all searching this out? I'm sitting on the road with the agents, you know, the other agents, looking for her, you know. I got my guns on me, they ain't saying nothing. I have my weapons, so I'm leaving. They ain't saying nothing. So I'm riding around, they in his house. I guess, what are you looking for? What is that? So they say, we found it, we got it. They said, it was $400. money in the morning.
You going strip club.
You know, it was a lot of bullshit, but you know, they talk about we need money, so you know, get money for everybody else.